Hey, good evening, guys. Today is August the 28th, and it's about 9 o'clock at night Pacific Standard Time. Today I want to discuss a couple of charts. I'll go deeper into detail on what I'm looking at, but I kind of want to go over um, when you actually label a market, and then when you take a look at it again and you notice that what you labeled was wrong. And this particular chart, the Aussie CAD, I had been waiting for a particular move to the upside to go to sell it basically for almost 3 weeks now, and my target never hit it. So basically, when it went to the A, I didn't have this as an A, but I had this as an A here, and I thought that the A would go up to this particular area, um, and it did, but it did not. Um, it did not tap me in for whatever reason, and it went down for wave B, and then maybe somewhere over here for wave C of B. But then as I looked at this entire move, I saw different labels. And that's one thing I want to go over, because you should never, what I'm trying to get out of this particular post today is to never become married to one particular account. Now I'm expecting a setup at some point to the downside in this market. However, at the current stage of how I got it, where this particular drop here was W. I have this as a W. I have this as A, B, C for A, and then I have an A, B. Then I have this is an A basically of X basically, and then I have an A, B, C for B, and then technically how I had it was 1, 2, 3, 4 with a truncated 5 for C of X. But then, for whatever reason, and because I know Elliott, I said, well, wait a second. If this is my 1 here, and this is my 4 here, I mean, it could be an ending diagonal to where the 4 can enter the territory of wave 1. However, I looked at it and said, what else could this be? Now, if this is the A over here, and this is the B, well, you can clearly count 3 moves right here for X, basically. So instead of this being a 1, this will be A, this will be B, this will be C for X. And instead of me counting a truncated X over wave 5 of X, it will be an ABC for X, because X moves in 3 waves. Although wave C of X can move and often does move in 5 waves. But I believe I tried to force count 1, 2, 3, 4, truncated 5 without even noticing that this is a deep 4 retracement, and it's pretty much nicely into the territory of this wave 1. So if I change the labels, well, then it would make a little bit more sense. So basically what I would do is, and that's basically what I'm saying, is that you never want to get comfortable with any one particular account, because it can make or break a trade, especially when it's long term. If that's the A instead of 1, and if this is the B instead of 2, and this 3 is C, and basically the X. Um, so basically CX, I bring my X here, I make some changes, take that out, I remove this 5, this 5 becomes a 2, so, or, I'm sorry, instead of it a 2, this becomes a 3-wave move down, 1, 2, 3. Now this is A here, this could be B here or B here, and then you have a C for Y. Now this could be the A of Y, this can be the B of Y, and then now you can have a move down from there. So let me see this A, B, C, Y. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to get rid of this. And now this is an A instead of a 4. Get rid of this. Go here. B. And then you have a B, 1, 2, 3, 4 possibly here. And then you in 1 of 5. This is possibly 2 of 5. And then you should see it move to the downside. That's one way to count this. But then I looked at it again and I said, okay, well, what else could it be? That's just one way of counting it, right? And it's possible if it's to the downside and it continues down, then that could be the correct count. Now I looked at it again and I said, okay, what else it could be? So if this is an A, so this is a W, right? Now this is an A. In wave X's, you can also see a triangle. So if you look at it from a distance, it is possible that a triangle can be counted in this particular move. Now, if this is a W here, this is the A, this is the B, this is the, well, no, I take that back. Well, no, it can't be a triangle because if I was to count this as a C, the C is larger than the A. So so a triangle definitely would have been invalidated here because if this was the A, this is the B. You couldn't even do a C here, and then a D. But no. So that wouldn't work. So we'll get rid of that particular count. This is definitely not a 1 because this is only 3 waves. So if this was the end of something, then clearly you should have saw a 5-wave move up, not a 3-wave move. So this is why I labeled it an A. And what I did is I went to a monthly, and on a monthly, just so I could show you if my chart doesn't screw up. What I did is, as I stretch this out, I think I started from here, 1, 2, maybe 3 here, 4, 5 for A, A, B, C for W, A, B, C for X, and then you got A, B. My A won't be here anymore. And what I would do is go back to my weekly. Now, if this count is what I'm currently saying where my X is at, then this is an A, B. This is not a C anymore. This will be, if this is a B, this is a 1, this is a 2, this is the 3, this is the 4 here. And if this particular count serves correct, okay, so you have a here. So this is A of Y basically. But one way to kind of look at that is you're trying to, what I like to, wave Y's and W's tend to end in equality. So what I would need to do is get this particular move, B, C for W. I would need to go back to a monthly and start from there basically. So, but if a weekly time frame, thing I can do here